Alrighty, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to Season 5, Episode 16 of Hit the Books, the podcast all about sports betting, the best bets you should be taking and everything surrounding sports. This week, we are in Week 17 of the NFL. The college football playoff is here. The quarterfinal games here this week. Technically the 31st. What is that? Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday and Thursday.
Next Wednesday and
New Year's
Thursday.
Eve,
So,
New Year's there.
heck yeah. So we'll definitely be touching on those. NHL, we have some power rankings, as well as the NBA, and a little news out of the MLB. But let's jump in and introduce my co-host here with me this week, Huff, the only one here making the trip. What do you got for us, Huff?
Yeah, week of Christmas, good week in sports. We have obviously not the best NFL slate on Christmas Day with a lot of these injuries that we've had at quarterback, but great week coming into the week. Steelers, another big win in Detroit. Ace had to ruin the parlay for us. We went 3 for 4. Told him not to add lines, money line. What does he do? Add lines, money line. I told him if you're going to take the lines, take a -7. They're either going to cover or lose. They lost. Steelers get another win. We're a Ravens loss or a Steelers win this weekend away from winning the AFC North and having a home playoff game. Good time to be a Steelers fan. The offense is rolling. Team looks good. They're obviously the favorite to win the North. Not looking like they're going to be stuck in that 4 seed, but getting the job done. Looking like a hot team heading into the playoffs is what you always want. Looking like we're going to have the capability to rest some guys. That's something I'm looking forward to. And another good week. We've got the Browns on Sunday, so we'll see what happens there.
Heck yeah, lots to look forward to this week. The NFL's heating up here. Week 17, just 2 more weeks here before the playoffs begin. So let's jump over and let's start out with the NHL here. Let's go through our power rankings here this week in the NHL. Coming in at number 5, we have the Vegas Golden Knights. Number 4, the Carolina Hurricanes. Number 3, the Minnesota Wild. Number 2, the Dallas Stars. And number 1, Colorado Avalanche. Huff, what do you think and what's been happening in the NHL these past few weeks? Any thoughts?
Yeah, obviously Colorado and Dallas are still sitting at the top of our list. They've been there all year. Colorado looks like obviously the true, unanimous favorite to win the cup this year. It's a solid top 5 outside of, the 2 teams that we've seen sitting there all year. We've had a couple of surprising teams still sitting around in the mix. These Detroit Red Wings are having a good past few weeks, sneaking themselves up into those standings. The Anaheim Ducks still sitting in this picture that we didn't expect. A couple weeks ago, I remember me and Mackie talking about, all right, we'll see if they're sticking around. But the Minnesota Wild, the move to get Quinn Hughes has looked huge. The Carolina Hurricanes are always a team you see in that top 5. They're always a regular season hero until the playoffs come around. But this Hurricanes team looks legit. And then Vegas, they're always a scary team towards the end of the season. But, probably your, 4, I wouldn't say Minnesota was in the top 5 going into the preseason. But preseason rankings, I bet, Colorado, Dallas, Carolina, and Vegas were all in that picture. So not many surprises, but teams like Detroit and Anaheim are right on that outside looking in.
Heck yeah. Are the Pens playing right now?
Yeah. I don't know why they're playing at 4 p.m. on a Tuesday.
What the heck?
In Toronto. I was at work and I got a notification that it's like, hey, puck drops, game starting. I'm like, what?
Interesting. Okay.
I saw they played today, but I didn't look at the time. I just assumed it was 7 o'clock. It's Penguins Maple Leafs.
Yeah, Stars and Red Wings is at 6:30.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's weird. Interesting. Well, NHL definitely in a good spot here. Lots to look forward to. Any picks?
Maybe it's for Christmas break. They give some of the teams that are like, all right, you can play at 4, you're done at 7 instead of done at 10
it
o'clock.
might be like a bank holiday or something in Canada.
Yeah,
so
true.
You never know.
True.
All right, good stuff out of the NHL there. Let's keep moving here. Let's go over the NBA here, do our power rankings here. Coming in at number 5, we have the Detroit Pistons. Number 4, the New York Knicks. Number 3, the Denver Broncos. Number 2, the San Antonio Spurs. And number 1, Oklahoma City Thunder, sitting at that top spot yet again. What are you thinking, Huff, for our NBA power rankings?
Yeah, Oklahoma City still sitting in that spot. Mackey's Knicks, fresh off their NBA Cup championship in the top 5 again. Detroit Pistons, I think they're still legit. They're winning games consistently. That's a good young roster. But then your top 3, OKC, Spurs, and Nuggets. I think those are the 3 best teams in the NBA right now. The Spurs, when healthy, with that young team core of Castle, Wembanyama, De'Aaron Fox, what they have going on down there, that's a very fun team to watch. My favorite team in the NBA right now. Still love watching Ant and Wemby are probably the 2 guys I like to watch the most. But for a power rankings list, I think those are the top 5 teams in the NBA right now for sure.
Heck yeah. NBA also in about the same spot here as the NHL. I don't think they're doing any weird games here today, but do we have a good Christmas slate for the NBA?
Yeah, I was gonna say for how lackluster the NFL slate is on Christmas, the NBA slate is gonna be great. So we can we can touch on those games real quick.
Oh yeah, here
I'll
I got
go
them.
through what we have.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
do you want to pick a couple of these to talk about? You want to talk about all of them?
We can just say the games. We got Cavs, Knicks. Mackey's Knicks always starting things off on Christmas Day at noon. I feel like the Cavs and Knicks play every year. Maybe the Pacers mixed in there a couple times, but Knicks starting things off 5.5-point favorite. Knicks have been very good at in this similar spot here as a favorite this year. I would lean on the Knicks in that first game minus the 5.5. Get the Garden going on Christmas Day. That place is going to be rocking. The Knicks are 20-8, a fun team to watch right now. Look for them to keep the good times going. The second game is the one that I have my eyes on, the rematch from the NBA Cup semifinals where the Spurs took down the Thunder as 10.5-point dogs. They're 10.5-point dogs again here. Can they do it again? Give the Thunder their fourth loss on the season, but Spurs, that's going to be an interesting game. We move into Mavs Warriors, this young Mavericks team centered around, Cooper Flag, who's been very fun to watch start the season. Rockets Lakers, that's going to be a great one at 8:00. And then to end things off, we get the rematches that playoff rematches of the Timberwolves and the Nuggets. We've seen those teams face off head to head a few times in the past few playoffs, or maybe it was just 2 years ago, but a great series that ended up going 7. Minnesota pulls it out. But Jokic and 2 stars in that game to end things off at 10:30 Eastern time on Christmas. So a couple picks. I'd go with the Knicks minus the 5.5. Probably, and I kind of like the Minnesota Timberwolves on the road getting some points in Denver to end things off. But yeah, well, you stay tuned. We always have NBA plays going out on Christmas. I know we've been pretty scarce with our NBA plays this year, but stay tuned for that. We'll get some plays out on Christmas Day for you.
Heck yeah, lots of good stuff there. 5 games on Christmas for the NBA. It's actually very good slate, like you said. Any other games on Christmas Day?
No, I think the NHL does a break. College basketball's on break. All college sports do a break. So yeah, NHL's off after today till Saturday.
Cool. Alrighty, lots of good stuff out of the NBA there. Let's keep it moving here and jump into the NFL here.
When's the Winter Classic? Who is it?
Florida Panthers and New York Rangers, Friday, January 2nd.
Why is it on
8 p.m. Eastern at Lone Depot Park in Miami, Florida.
Why is it on the 2nd? It's usually on New Year's Day.
I know.
That's weird. It's a weird Winter Classic.
It is.
I'll still watch it. I always watch it, but
yeah, I did too. Alrighty, jumping over to the NFL here. Let's jump through our power rankings here real quick. Coming in at number 5, the Los Angeles Chargers. Number 4, the Chicago Bears. Number 3, the Los Angeles Rams. Number 2, the Seattle Seahawks. And number 1, Ace's Patriots. Ace not here to bag on us for his Patriots this week. But what are your thoughts here, Huff?
Yeah, Patriots with a big win on Sunday Night Football, a come-from-behind win against a Ravens team that turns out they're not as good as everyone thought. I did have them in that spot. I was more of a troll play against Ace. I hit the first touchdown, so I really couldn't care less that I lost that. But outside of the Patriots in this spot, the Seahawks continue to look good. The Rams get back to their winning ways. I still think they're the best team in the NFL. The Chicago Bears look very fun, look very easy to root for. That Bears team pulling out a huge win against the Packers in overtime, a huge throw by Caleb Williams, pulls that game out in overtime, like I said. But the Chargers, they've won 7 of 8 quietly. Not a lot of people are, picking this Chargers team to go far. They're very banged up, but they're sitting there at the 5 spot in our power rankings for a reason, led by Justin Herbert and John Harbaugh.
Heck yeah, the NFL definitely heating up here. Like I said at the beginning of the episode, just 2 more weeks of regular season football before we get into the playoffs. But let's jump back to Week 16 here real quick. Week 16 of the 2025 NFL season began with a Thursday night contest between the Rams and the Seahawks that had major playoff implications. Seattle converted 2 two-point conversions in an overtime win, ascending to NFC's number 1 seed before the final 2 weeks of the season. In the first game Saturday, the Eagles started slowly, then poured it on against the Commanders to win their second straight NFC East crown. Saturday's nightcap featured one of the best comebacks of the season as the Bears pulled out an OT win over the Packers, who suffered the loss of quarterback Jordan Love to a concussion. In the early window Sunday, the Panthers moved into first place in the NFC South by beating the Bucs. The Bills kept their chances at the AFC East title alive with a narrow win over the Browns. while the Giants stayed in a pole position for the number 1 pick after a loss to the Vikings. The Bengals and Chargers won convincingly with masterclass performances from quarterback Joe Burrows and Justin Herbert, respectively. Saints rookie quarterback Tyler, how do you say his last name? Shuck. Tyler Shuck threw for more than 300 yards against the Jets. Meanwhile, the Chiefs were blown out by the Texans in Kansas City's first game without Patrick Mahomes, losing quarterback Gardner Minshew 3 plays in the game because of a knee injury. In the late window, Falcons cornerback C.J. Henderson intercepted a pass from the Cardinals quarterback Jacoby Brissett in the final minute of regulation to seal a win. The Texans rebounded from a rough first half to defeat the Raiders, and the Jags stunned the Broncos defense with 4 touchdowns from quarterback Trevor Lawrence. The Steelers maintained their AFC North lead when a penalty erased the Lions' winning touchdown on 4th and goal. The Patriots erased a late deficit against the Ravens on Sunday Night Football, and the action wrapped up on Monday night with the 49ers win over the Colts. But let's move over to Week 14. Oh my gosh, Week 17. I'm all over the place. Into Thursday, into the games on Christmas. We have 3 games on Christmas, 2 on Saturday, 10 on Sunday, and 1 on Monday. So let's jump into these games on Christmas here. Starting out 1 o'clock, Cowboys Commanders in Washington. Cowboys are the favorite here. 7 points for them. Their total at 50.5. What happens here, Huff? The first game on Christmas here on Netflix.
It's hard to say because we have a terrible slate on Christmas. I see way too many people taking the Cowboys to win, the Lions to win, and the Broncos to win. They're all road teams playing backup quarterbacks. You got to think one of these backup quarterbacks has a little bit of magic in him to ruin one of these games on Christmas. I don't see it being Josh Johnson and the Commanders, but a divisional matchup in Washington. I can't take the Commanders here, but I'm not gonna tell people just blindly take these favorites because I do think one of them's gonna lose. I could see the other ones, kind of consistently roll. They're all divisional games, all divisional home dogs getting a touchdown. Some of them getting 2 touchdowns in the case of the Chiefs, but they're with a 3rd-string quarterback there. But in this one, I'd probably play some props here. I think guys like Javonte Williams, George Pickens will get in the end zone. We saw him get back in there last week. He's minus 105 to score in this one. Javonte Williams minus 165. I think I'd look at things like that. Maybe Javonte Williams anytime touchdown. Cowboys to win. I'm going to stay away from 7 points here. I think these divisional matchups always scare me getting 7 points, that many points at home. But 3 divisional matchups on Christmas Day. This looked like a great slate at the beginning of the season, but obviously injuries, had other plans, and we're getting some subpar games here.
Yeah, definitely an interesting game here. I like that you said you're just seeing a bunch of people blindly taking all the favorites. I think I like every over on Christmas.
You saw the games on Thanksgiving. They all scored a lot.
Yeah, so
keep in mind that every game has a backup quarterback playing.
Yes, I know. I'm that's definitely shifting in the back of my mind.
Josh Johnson, Max Brosmer for the Vikings, and Chris Oladukin for the Chiefs.
Jeez. Yeah, that's tough, but I'm not sure. But yeah, 7 points. Definitely a lot of points for the Cowboys to be getting here, or Commanders to be getting here, but the Cowboys to win by. So stay tuned. I don't think all 3 favorites are going to win either, so we'll definitely see what happens there. Let's jump forward here. 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Lions and Vikings here in Minnesota. Lions are the favorite here. 7.5 points they're the favorite. 7.5 points. The total sitting at 43.5, just a bit lower here than our last game. What do you think is going to happen here, Huff, on Christmas 4:30?
This Lions team looks broken. I think the Steelers kind of just went into Detroit and exposed them. The offense looked terrible all game. I know they ended up almost winning it at the end, but the Steelers were in control 99% of that game, I'd say. I don't think they ever trailed in the game. Actually, I know they never trailed in the game, but I just think this Lions team doesn't look like the same team we've seen. A lot of people pointing to the coordinators and what happened. They're losing both coordinators. The Vikings have been playing good football silently. Ever since they got rid of Adam Thielen, they haven't lost a game. Not that he was doing much for them, but that's just a stat I heard today. So they're on a little bit of a streak here. Look for the Vikings to hang around in this game as a live dog at 7.5 points. I'd lean on the Vikings plus 7.5.
I think that's the right play.
Brosmer quarterback, though, scares me, so I can't bet on a backup quarterback. If I had a gun in my head bet this game, I'd probably take the Vikings plus 7.5 just because of that defense and the Lions offense kind of looking a little broken. but I also would not be shocked if the Lions just get back to true form. This isn't a dome and just totally smoke the Vikings. And I probably am not betting a side on any of these on Christmas Day. Actually, I like one in the next game.
Yeah, I mean, the more we get into these games, the more I just realize how little I want to touch any of them.
Yeah.
So,
I'm probably going to be betting NBA on Christmas, not
yeah.
NFL.
Yeah. All right. No pick for me on this game for sure. I mean, wait till Sunday. We'll see if I have something on that total, but I like the over, I think. I don't know. This game sucks.
They all suck. We have
They all suck.
I mean, we're at the point where games either suck and mean
Yeah.
nothing or they're great games.
Right.
There's not many good games this weekend.
Yeah, true. All right. Broncos Chiefs is our next one here. 8:15 p.m. Eastern here. Chiefs at home. Broncos the favorite. 13 points for the Broncos. 36.5 is the total. What's your pick in this one, Huff? What do you like?
I'm confident in this one. I like the Broncos minus the 13. I think this one is going to get ugly. I think Olu Dukin or whatever his name is going to struggle against this Broncos defense. The Chiefs know how to lay down and take losses. They're going to get a good draft pick, just like they, obviously most people with Patrick Mahomes, they're not just going to miss the playoffs by a game. They're going to miss it by multiple. They're going to end with probably 6 wins and lose out. Give me the Broncos minus 13. I could see the Chiefs not put up points in this game.
Yeah, Chiefs looked bad last week against a bad Titans team.
Yeah. And now they're down to a different quarterback.
Yeah, I know. It's
I don't see any points for the Chiefs.
Yeah,
I bet here, let me look. I bet every Chiefs player is like plus 160 or higher to score. The first anytime touchdown for the Chiefs, Isaiah Pacheco, plus 350.
Holy crap. Dang.
The Broncos have minus 115, plus 140, plus 240, plus 320. The first Chief is plus 350, tied with a Bronco at plus 350.
Wow.
And Denver's defense has the same odds to get a touchdown as the best odds for the Chiefs. Pacheco.
Holy crap.
That's exactly how I think this game's going to go.
Yeah.
I think Denver's defense could score in this game. I've been wanting to card a defensive touchdown and sprinkle the first team defense because it's always plus 5,000 even for the team. But I'd definitely half or quarter unit that. I wouldn't.
Yeah. That's crazy. Ugh, that'd be
awesome.
awesome.
It would still pay 10 units.
Right. Alrighty, that's going to wrap up our games here on Christmas. 3 games there. Let's move over to Saturday here. 2 games on Saturday, 4:30 and 8 p.m. Texans and Chargers at 4:30 in LA. Chargers are the favorite here. 2 points for them. The total sitting at 39.5. Chargers money line at minus 125. Texans at plus 105. What happens in this one, Huff? I think this is going to be an okay game.
Yeah, this is a good game. We have a good game on Saturday in the afternoon slate, and I think the Texans are able to handle business here. I know this Chargers team is hot. They were able to get things going the past few weeks. I think they run into a buzzsaw of a Texans defense that, the offense didn't look too good last week. C.J. Stroud back to his true form. The Texans pulled that one out. The better team won. Obviously, they were 14-point favorites. I think they won by 2. I'm going to go with the Texans here to win this game as a dog. Plus 105 on the road in SoFi. I think that defense makes a statement and shuts down this Chargers offense.
Yeah, I think this is going to be one of the better games this week.
Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sold on the Chargers at home.
Bills is definitely the best game this week. And then Bears 49ers. We have good Sunday afternoon game and then Sunday night football.
I'm not sold on the Chargers at home. I don't think them being at home is going to make it much of a difference. I do think the Texans
and the Texans have already played at SoFi this year. They played the Rams week 1 at SoFi.
Right. I like this Texans team over this Chargers.
I don't know if that gives up any advantage, but
if I had to pick it straight up. But give me the plus 2. Why not? Texans plus 2 against the Chargers, I think, is what I'm going with on that one. I definitely will have a play on that game. Alrighty, let's keep it moving here on Saturday, our 8 p.m. game. Ravens and Packers here. Packers without Jordan Love, but they're still the favorite here. 2.5 points. Their money line
without Lamar Jackson.
Right, and Ravens are without Lamar Jackson. True.
Could be without.
Yes, what actually happened? Do you know the injuries?
I don't know. I guess he left. I mean, he left that game at halftime. He didn't play the second half, but
right.
I think Tyler Huntley finished the game. I fell asleep and didn't really care once he left the game, but I think the Ravens are dead. They're like the Chiefs. They'll lose games when they have to. I think I know they're in play for the division, but I just don't see them in play in this game. Malik Willis looked good last week coming in for the Packers in a big game against the Bears. I know they lost, but it took overtime in a divisional matchup. I'm going to take the Packers here at home to handle business, -2.5.
Yeah, 2.5 is a good number. I think I like the Packers
Ravens look
here
like they
too.
got shit going on. Harbaugh doesn't like
Yeah.
Henry. Henry didn't play the last 12.5 minutes of the game. I don't know if Lamar and Harbaugh have the best relationship right now. I don't know what's going on there.
So, yeah, something's going on in
Come on
Baltimore.
over to Pittsburgh, Lamar. We'll take care of you.
Yeah, heck yeah. Oh, dude. Haas would be shaking in his boots.
But everyone for the past 5 years just told all I ever heard was, yeah, but you're in a division with Joe Burrow and Lamar Jackson, and neither of them done fucking anything in the past 5 years.
Right.
With their current team. If they came here, who's always in the playoffs, maybe they change the scenery. I don't think either of them would either of their teams are dumb enough to trade their quarterback to us.
Right, but
the Steelers would have to way overpay to get one of those guys.
yeah.
Like if the asking price was 3 first-round picks, the Steelers would have to probably do 4.
Yeah, I think you're right.
To keep him in the division.
That would be wild. That'd be interesting.
Like Lamar's only 28.
I know, he's so young. I'd
It
always
feels like he's been in the NFL for 10 years.
I agree.
I looked up his age the other day. I'm like, he's only 28.
I look at him and I'm like, oh, that's a man. Like,
I just feel like I feel like I remember watching him when he was when we were in high school, but no, he was like when we were in college.
Right. Yeah. Alrighty, let's shift our focus over to Sunday here. 1 o'clock matchup. First one here. Steelers-Browns in Cleveland. Steelers are the favorite here. 3 points for them. Their money line at -185. The Browns at +154. Total at a low 33.5. What do you think happens in this game, Huff?
I would wait to bet this one because if the Ravens lose that game, the Steelers can sit guys in this one.
True.
So this line could drastically change. The Steelers may not need this game by Saturday night at 11:30. So you could see no Aaron Rodgers in this game. Obviously, DK Metcalf suspended for 2 games after the incident with the fan. So you could see a lot of the Steelers sitting out of this one. So I'd wait to bet this. I don't really have a play on the game right now at -3 with all those unknowns. This will be a play. Stay tuned for our live stream Sunday morning. We'll go into this one, but I can't give a pick on this one with us possibly being able to sit our entire roster.
Yeah, I was thinking a similar thing because I think the Packers win that game for sure.
Yeah, me too. So this line's the Browns are probably gonna be favored.
Yeah. Alrighty, let's hit this other 1 o'clock game here. Cardinals and Bengals in Cincinnati. The Bengals are the favorite here. 7 points for them. The total sitting at 53.5. A really high total, I think, for these two teams. But what do you think?
This Saints team has been fun to watch with Tyler Shuck.
Cardinals, Bengals.
Oh, Cardinals.
Sorry.
All right.
I went in the wrong order. I accidentally
Sorry. I went just right under the Steelers.
Yeah, I know. I knew that was going to happen.
Bengals. The Cardinals, I think, are dead. They started out good last week in that spot, but just kind of fell off in the second half. I feel that's what this team is good at doing. They're going to get a good draft pick. They're 3-12. I think they drop this one to Cincy. Cincy will kind of have another good game like they always do when the games don't matter, just like they did last week against Miami. I said they were going to do that in that spot, and they handled business. I think they'll do it again at home this week, -7.
Does 53.5 seem really high to you?
Yeah, but the Cardinals can score too, and these are 2 terrible defenses.
True. Okay.
Both teams that like to pass the ball and throw deep, and 2 bad defenses.
Go for shots. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Interesting. Yeah, I think the Bengals win this game for sure. 7 is so many points, though. I really don't know about that. We'll have to see come Sunday.
Yeah.
All right, and now let's get into the Saints and Titans here. 1 o'clock matchup here in Nashville. Saints are the favorite here. 2.5 points for them. Their money line at -145. Titans at +120. The total at 39.5. What do you got on this one, Huff? What do you think about those Saints?
Like I said, Tyler Shuck and the Saints team has been fun to watch. I think they handle business here, -2.5. He's, 4-3 as a starter? I don't know what his record is as a starter. Can you look up what his record is as a starter since I don't know what week he came in, but they've been winning some games with him under center. He's looked good. They're putting up points. I know they're beating the teams like the Jets and things like that, but this is a Saints team that everyone predicted to be the worst team in the NFL going into the season. Not saying 5-10 is good, but they're playing competitive football, winning games. They were like 2-9, and I feel like in the past 4 weeks they're 3-1.
Yeah, he's 4-3 as a starter.
Yeah, so if he wins this game, he's gonna be 5-3. I think the Saints might have something down there with him. I did not want the Steelers to take him. He's starting to look like a good quarterback. They have some weapons, and this is all without Kamara. So that Saints team with Kellen Moore at the head coach, they might have things on the up and up. I mean, they might have guys like Cam Jordan retiring at the end of this year. It might be a new look Saints. Might be a mini rebuild, but getting some success, showing that you have your guy quarterback, I think is big for the Saints team. I'm starting to like what I'm seeing down there in New Orleans.
Yeah, he is playing well. He looks good. He looks comfortable. He's fun to watch.
We've seen so many bad quarterbacks go through the Saints since Drew Brees.
Yeah,
I'd like to see them finally get a guy.
I agree. They've been rebuilding and doing that side of things for a long time on the quarterback slate.
And I like Kamara. I wish he didn't
Yeah.
stay there because they've been so bad for the past couple of years, but I'd like to see them competitive while he's still there, but
Right.
he's been hurt a lot.
Oh, Penn scored.
What is it, 3-3?
Yeah, 3-3.
I'm going to turn that on.
19 minutes left in the third.
Fuck that, I put my remote.
Yeah, this Titans team, though, last week looked, I mean, I know Chiefs not on their top game without Patrick Mahomes, without
They're on fucking TNT.
some other people. Is it? I don't know. I'll be honest. I'm trying to just looking at the fucking
Yeah, it's on TNT. I got it on.
thing on BetMGM. But I think this Titans team is going to hang around a little bit, but 2.5 is enough for me to say the Saints are going to win this, are going to cover that spread. So
I just saw the goal. That's all.
nice.
I had the casinos over.
I mean, it's. I'm not watching the game. I'm watching like a
The
score
MGM
update
yeah.
thing. Yeah, it's not. It's not like they showed me any video. So, alrighty, let's keep it moving here. Another 1:00 matchup: Jags and Colts in Indianapolis. Jags are the favorite here. 6.5 points for them. The total sitting at 47.5 for this matchup. What do we think is going to happen here? This Colts team, just every week, I just don't know what to say about them. But what's going to happen here?
Yeah, I haven't been big on the Phillip Rivers experiment. The Colts did not look good on Monday Night Football. I know the offense put up the points, but the 49ers were doing whatever they wanted at will. I'm going to take the Jaguars here, who have looked very good, who are now competing for an even higher seed. Looks like they're going to lock up that AFC South if they haven't already, but I think the Texans are still in play, a game behind from them. But I'm going to take the Jags minus 6.5 on the road. I think the good times have come for this Colts team. I think they're going to end the season 8-9 after starting 8-2 or whatever it was. But give me Jacksonville on the road minus 6.5.
I think that's the play. Again, I can't bet on this Colts team anymore. I don't even know what to say about them. It's just so whack how up and down they went. I mean, they look better with Phillip Rivers now. I mean, a little bit of light, but it's definitely not the answer.
Yeah, no.
So yeah, Jags 6.5. That's a good number. I think they'll cover that for sure. Alrighty, another 1:00 matchup here. Bucks and Dolphins in Miami. Bucks are the favorite here. 5.5 points for them. Their money line at minus 250. Dolphins at plus 200. The total sitting at 46.5. What do you think's going to happen in this one, Huff?
I kind of like the Dolphins here. The Devon Achane is unreal. This Bucks team, I'm just not big on this Bucks team, and they keep losing games. I had the Panthers last week. They won that one. I said I think the Bucks are still going to win this division. I don't know if I do. I think the Dolphins could win this game and end things, but I don't know if that would end things. They still play the Panthers next week, but I kind of like the Dolphins plus 5.5 here. I always hate 5.5 point spreads, but I kind of like the Dolphins plus the 5. I don't know if it's an official play or not, but yes, I'm leaning on the Quinn Ewers led Miami Dolphins.
I don't know. We'll definitely see come Sunday.
One of these ugly spreads is going to win outright. Now, I think that's a good pick. Dolphins are home. Bucks are. I mean, this isn't really that much of a road game for the Bucks going to Miami, but I could see the Dolphins continue to fuck up their draft pick and win a game here.
Right.
I just don't think the Bucks team is that good.
I don't either. I really don't. We'll have to see what this Dolphins team can do, but 5.5 seems like a good number for them to cover.
Yeah.
Alrighty, moving forward here. Patriots and Jets here in New York. Patriots are the favorite here. 13.5 points for them. The total sitting at 42.5. Jets not winning this one, but are the Patriots going to cover 13.5? What are your thoughts?
I think they do. The Brady Cook is so bad for the Jets. The Jets might not score a point in this one. I would take the Patriots. This will be a lower scoring game. I also like the under. I could see this be like 30, 31 to 3.
I could see that. 42.5 does seem like a lot of points. A lot of these games hovering around that 41, 42,
The Patriots will
43
do
range.
their job. If you're betting the over, the Patriots will do more than they need to. It's if the Jets score 10, it's probably going to go over.
Right. True.
Or 13, 14, it's going to go over. I don't see them scoring that much.
No, I don't either. Alrighty, our final 1 o'clock matchup here in Week 16, the Seahawks and the Panthers in Carolina. Seahawks are the favorite here. 7 points for them. The total at 42.5. What do you think about these Seahawks, Huff? 7 points.
I'm not big on Sam Darnold. I'm going to go with the Panthers +7 here. I think there's a chance they win this game and steal it outright. They're very good as underdogs. I said this exact thing last Sunday. I'm going to lean on the Panthers. Seahawks, because historically have struggled coming over on the East Coast in these 10 a.m. body clock games. I'm going to go with the Panthers to shock the NFL world on Sunday and take down the number 1 seed Seahawks.
Ooh.
Give me +7. I'm betting +7, but I think they win the game.
Wow. Okay. I mean, here's another one of those you just said about the last game, or sorry, 2 games ago. Do you think the Dolphins might be that,
Yeah,
weird
I
underdog?
think those are 2 good ones.
All right. We'll have to see
Seahawks,
what happens here some Sunday.
What's it called? The Panthers I have more confidence in, and the price is higher.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a better team.
Good. Alrighty. Lots to look forward to in our 1 o'clock slate, but let's keep it moving to the 4 o'clock slate here. Giants and the Raiders here. 2 teams, 2-13 apiece. Raiders
the
at
number
home.
1 overall pick bowl.
Yeah, pretty much. Who
the
can play
winner
worse?
loses and the loser wins.
Yeah. Raiders favorite at home, -1.5. Their money line at -120. Giants at +100. Total at 41.5. Even if you don't have a pick on this game, Huff, gun to your head, who you taking?
I would say the Giants just because of Jackson Dart, but
yeah,
I think this Raiders team is bad. They played with Geno Smith last week, and he was able to do something against that Texans defense. So I guess maybe the Raiders. I'm not betting this game, but I could see it go either way. But yeah, the loser of this game looks like they're going to be the number 1 overall pick.
Great, that's hilarious. 2-13, what a record. Alrighty, let's jump. No, I don't know. I mean, I'd have to take the Giants as well, but
yeah,
if I had a gun
better
to my
quarterback,
head,
I'd just take the better quarterback.
You can't touch this game. They're both going to be playing poor, in my opinion.
And I won't even be watching it because of the game that's on that we're going to get into next.
Right. Our second 4 o'clock game, only 2 4 o'clock games here on Sunday. Eagles and Bills here, 425 in Buffalo. Bills are the favorite here, 1.5 points for them. Their money line at -120. Eagles at +100. The total sitting at 43.5. Going to be a great game. I'm kind of excited for it. What do you think, Huff?
Yeah, I think this will be. I don't know what the weather is. This seems low for these 2 teams as far as the total, but I like the Bills to handle business at home. I'm going to take the Bills on the money line, 1.5. Anytime it's that close, I'll take the -120 on the money line there for Buffalo. Yeah, give me the Bills.
Buffalo weather on Sunday, high of 42, low of 27, 40% chance of rain.
Okay.
Light rain.
Bills struggled last week with the Browns.
Yeah. Which was odd.
Yeah, I mean, I'm riding this Bills team. I have a future on them +700. I parlayed it with Georgia Bulldogs to win the national title. Also at I don't know what it was. It was like 25 to win 1,300. So I'm invested on this Bills team. Obviously, I'm rooting for my Steelers and whatever happens, but I do have futures on this Bills team. I think they handle business here at home.
Heck yeah. Lots of good stuff in our 4 o'clock games there. I think I like the Bills on this game as well. 1.5 is not enough. So I'll probably take that money line because getting 1.5 points for 10 cents is nothing.
That's what I said. Just take the money line.
Yeah, I like that. I think that's the smart move. I don't care to touch this total because I don't know if this is going to be a defensive game or if it's just going to be a shootout. So
yeah, it could go very well either way.
Yeah,
I'd lean more on it being a shootout.
Yeah, I agree.
Unless it's that shitty rain, I don't know.
That and I mean, who doesn't love a good, high scoring game?
Yeah.
Alrighty, Sunday night football here. Bears and 49ers, two teams, 11-4 here in San Francisco. The 49ers are the favorite here. 3 points for them. Their money line at -160. Bears at +135. The total at 52.5. What do you think happens in this one? 49ers at home.
I don't think this game is do or die for the Bears. I'm going to take the 49ers at home. They look very good in that last, I think it was Monday night against the Colts. I'm going to go with the 49ers here minus the 3 points, and that is not to discount this Bears team. I was the biggest Caleb Williams hater. I think he's very fun to watch. That step that he's made from his first to second year has been
Huge.
fun to watch with Ben Johnson. I like this Bears team, but in this spot specifically on Sunday Night Football in Week 17, I like the 49ers minus 3.
Yeah, I think that's the smart pick. I do like watching Caleb Williams, like you said. His jump from year 1 to year 2 is huge, but I think these 49ers pulled out. Alrighty, Rams and Falcons here. Monday Night Football. Falcons at home. Rams were the favorite here. 8-point spread. Can't tell you the last time I saw an 8-point spread. Total at 49.5. What do you think these Rams do in Atlanta? Anything?
This is a weird Monday night game. Obviously, Atlanta's just what it is with or are what they are. I guess with Kirk Cousins under center, but I'd lean on the Rams. They're still in the race for the 1 seed. They'll handle business here. I'd take them minus the 8 points.
Yeah, eight just seems like a whack number in my head, but yeah, I do think they go into Atlanta and take care of business. I don't think there's
27-19, 27-17, something like that.
I could see it. Yeah. Alrighty, that wraps up all our games here for week 17. Excuse me. I think I've been saying week 16, but it's week 17. In week 17, make sure you stay tuned for our live stream on Sunday for all of our picks in those games, our top 5 games that we'll be going over, and any fantasy questions you have as well. We'll be happy to answer them. Alrighty, 1 point here in the NFL. Jacksonville Jaguars and Jacoby Myers are in an agreement on a 3-year, $60 million contract extension. Jacksonville acquired Myers at the deadline after being a great fit with the Jags. He got his extension. Do you like this deal for the Jags, Huff? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think the move to go get him at the deadline, I wish the Steelers would have ended up, making a play on that. He's turned into a huge piece for them. I think it's a good move for Jacksonville. They're having success this year, especially after bringing him in. So why not re-sign the guy? Good deal, quote unquote friendly deal for a wide receiver 1 production that he's given them.
Yeah, he does look good down there. Like, he looks comfortable. He looks like he's enjoying himself. Jacksonville playing great this year.
On a good team. He played for the Patriots a couple years ago when they sucked, and then the Raiders when they sucked.
Right. So, yeah, I think he's in a better spot, and he's definitely happy where he's at. 3 years, $60 million. That's terrific.
Yeah. It's hard to be mad when you're making that.
Right. I agree. Alrighty. Time for some college football playoff talk here. We have 4 games here in our quarterfinal. The Cotton Bowl, the Orange Bowl, the Rose Bowl, and the Sugar Bowl starting out here on New Year's Eve. Miami and Ohio State in the Cotton Bowl in Dallas, Texas, AT&T Stadium. Ohio State's the favorite here. 9.5 points for them. The total at 42.5. Huff, what are you thinking about this first one? 7:30 p.m. on New Year's Eve.
Yeah, I'm leaning on the Miami Hurricanes plus 9.5. I'm not huge on this Ohio State team these playoffs. I do have them winning this game in my bracket, but I like Miami plus 9.5. I just think this Miami team, the way the defense just looked at Texas A&M in a very harsh environment. This one on a neutral field, I think the Miami's offense will get going. Guys like Malachi Tony, Carson Beck, I think the experience will start to show for this Miami team. Give me the Hurricanes plus 9.5.
Heck yeah, lots of good stuff. I'm not going to have many plays on this game, but this next game is definitely triggering my interest a little bit here. The Orange Bowl, Oregon and Texas Tech at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida on New Year's Day, 12 p.m. Eastern. Oregon is the favorite, 1.5 points for them. The total at 52.5. Oregon money line at -125. Texas Tech at +105. Am I crazy to say Texas Tech wins this game?
No, I think so. I think Texas Tech does win this game. I'm definitely rooting for them. I don't know if I'm going to end up betting it, but I do like Texas Tech in this game. I'm not big on this Oregon team as well. I think the Big Ten, obviously, people are having some bias to it of recent years, the past 2 national champions. I think it comes from a different conference this year. I think Texas Tech wins this game outright.
Heck yeah. I think that's going to be a good game. I
I
mean,
like their linebacker Rodriguez. It should won the
uh-huh.
Dick Butkus Award that should have been up for the Heisman.
Cool. Alrighty, yeah, I'm happy you agree that I'm not crazy for saying Texas Tech might win this game because Oregon playing JMU. I mean, I didn't think JMU was going to win, but I thought 20.5 was a ton of points.
Yeah.
Um, and they covered. Um,
Yeah, JMU was.
Still
I
scored
mean,
34
Oregon
points.
never was really in doubt in that game. I didn't watch much of it, but
Uh,
they let JMU do what they wanted at the
yeah,
end. But whether that's because the game is kind of over and they were trying to let them run clock or what,
right.
I mean, I don't know. But I think Texas Tech handles business here.
Yeah, for sure.
Or just went in
This one
Dallas.
is Hard Rock Stadium in Miami.
Okay.
This next one here, the Rose Bowl in Pasadena, California here. Alabama and Indiana here. Indiana is the favorite. 7 points for them. Their money line at -250. Alabama at +200. The total at 48.5. What happens in this one, Huff? Rose Bowl on New Year's Day, 4 p.m. Eastern.
I think Alabama's able to hang around, but I like Indiana to win the game. I don't know if I'm going to bet a spread on this one or a side. Um, believe me, I'd love to see. I don't think Alabama wins a national title, so I'd love to see Indiana fall out. I don't have money on Indiana to win it. If Georgia doesn't win the national title game, I'd hope that it's Indiana because I do like Signetti. But Alabama looks like they have that swagger of, we're still Alabama and we don't really give a shit. You let us in with 3 losses. We're
Yeah.
going to win games. They handled business in Oklahoma. They were down 17-0 in Norman, didn't blink, come back and win that game. I would not be shocked to see Alabama win this game.
Alrighty, interesting stuff for that game. I definitely have no idea what to say on that game. From an outsider's perspective, I'd say Indiana should win this game, but like you said, Alabama kind of has that swagger to them, if you will.
Yeah.
We don't care. So it's going to be a good one. 4 p.m. Eastern here in Pasadena, California.
And coming off a win like that, like the team's riding high. Like
yeah, true.
they're coming in this game now. It's a neutral site, the Rose Bowl. The lights are bright. Like teams
Indiana's
like Alabama have been there before. Indiana's never been in this spot.
Right. Indiana's been off for a week.
Yeah.
So definitely, you're definitely right there.
3 weeks, something like that.
Right. Sorry. Didn't play last week.
Yeah. Alabama played. Alabama's still fresh. Yeah.
Yeah. Alrighty. 8 p.m. Eastern here, the Sugar Bowl in Caesar Superdome in New Orleans, Louisiana. We have Ole Miss and Georgia here. Georgia, the favorite here, 7 points for them. The total at 56.5. What happens here? Georgia and Ole Miss at 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah, I think the dogs are going to bark here. I like the dogs minus the 7 points. That is not just because I have them to win the national title game. I think Ole Miss had their fun against a G5 team in the first round. That offense looked great. I think they're running into a buzzsaw of a Georgia defense, a great offense led by Gunnar Stockton, and all, the mastermind Kirby Smart, who's been there, done that in this spot before. Give me Georgia in an SEC rematch here, minus 7.
Yeah, I like that play. 7 points is a lot. Their money line at plus 225 if they do win that game. I think that's a great value. Alrighty, that's everything we got for the college football playoffs here. Again, 4 games, 1 on New Year's Eve, 3 on New Year's Day. Dallas, Texas, Miami, Florida, Pasadena, California, New Orleans, Louisiana. Lots to look forward to, so make sure you stay tuned for our picks on those here come next week. Alrighty, and to round out our episode here, we have 1 point in the MLB for our Pittsburgh Pirates. They have acquired second baseman Brandon Lowe, outfielder Jacob Magnum, and pitcher Mason Montgomery in a 3-team trade that sends Jacob Melton and Andrew Brito to the Rays, and Mike Burrows going to the Astros. Lowe's hit 31 home runs in 2025. Could we see that success carry over into 2026 with Pittsburgh? Huff, what are your thoughts? Pirates' name seems to be all over the place the past few weeks.
Then they signed another guy today, Ryan O'Hearn, bringing him in from the San Diego Padres. They lock up first base. They lock up second base with guys like O'Hearn and Lowe. They're still in the conversation for guys like Eugenio Suarez from the Seattle Mariners. As of Tuesday night, there's talks he's going to re-sign. There's talks he's coming to the Pirates. Pirates could be dangerous next year. They're signing a lot of these guys. They're doing what I said. Going after some of these guys. They don't need these huge stars. Fill the positions you need. Get guys that can hit the ball. You have a player for or hitter-friendly ballpark. Bring in guys that can hit consistently, get you run support when Skeens puts up nothing and you fucking lose the game 1 or 2-0 because you can't hit the ball. You bring in guys like O'Hearn. You bring in guys like Brandon Lowe. You still have guys like O'Neal Cruz and Brian Reynolds and some of these core pieces that we've had. We have Connor Griffin coming up in the mix. Horwitz, we have I think we have a very nice roster right now, and I don't think they're done. I think they're going to go get a guy like Eugenio Suarez, any of these, other big names. I wouldn't put it out of the picture right now because they're doing exactly what I said. Go get some of these pieces that you need, fill positions on 2-year, 3-year, 1-year contracts. Like, they want to play with Skeens. They know Skeens' window is 2 years in Pittsburgh. Let's go all in for 2 years. Fuck it. If it doesn't work, you tried. Who cares?
Does the name Ryan O'Hearn ring a bell?
Yeah, we just signed him. That's what I just said.
Oh, you just said it. Okay,
yeah,
sorry.
I talked about that.
My bad. I was listening, but I was also
That was today. That was today.
That was, literally today. Okay. All right. Well, yeah, I like seeing the Pirates' name kind of all over the place. It seems like it's popping up more and more. I hope they continue to make moves.
Yeah, I don't think they're done yet. They're gonna sign more guys.
Yeah, that's awesome. I really hope so. Alrighty, I think that's everything we got here for this week. A little bit in the NFL here, week 17, college football playoffs here happening next week, NHL and NBA power rankings, as well as a little bit of news here in the MLB. Anything else to add before we get out of here, Off?
I think that's it. Merry Christmas. Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys Sunday for an NFL live stream. Go through our top 5 games on a rough NFL slate, but we had some good games mixed in there. We'll get some picks out for you on Sunday. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you guys on Sunday.